A living statue is an artist. Who acts like a statue. I came along the clip of a living statue. It was in Germany, but I watched it on YouTube. I went direct and started to search whether do you have living statues in Africa, and the results were 0. I said, now this is it. This is what I'm going to do. So my name is Gatho Mwangi. I'm the CEO of African Living Statues and Events. I'm a sales manager. I'm a graduate at Mount Kenya University with a degree in PR, Public Relations major. African Living Statues and Events started back in 2019 in September 23rd. That is after completing my university, learning in university. The living statue is the act of stillness. When you look at a statue, it's not moving, be it a male, be it a female. So for me, I wanted now to make it live like something which is real. That's why we call it a living statue. One day, I remember I just logged to YouTube, and something interesting came up. The statues are there actually. The living statues are there. Right. For example, they're in Germany. So I came along the clip of a living statue. It was in Germany, but I watched it on YouTube, and I was like, okay, this guy is actually real. Do you know what I did? I went direct and started to search whether do you have living statues in Africa, and the results were 0. We don't have living statues in Africa, and I said, now this is it. This is what I'm going to do. So introducing my guys to the thing, they were like, hey man, are you crazy or something? What is this? What are we doing? How are we going to earn with this kind of thing? And the rest is history. Yeah, I like marketing. I like marketing a lot. I like the idea because you see, marketing is it's an industry where it's very open. You need to be creative to be in the marketing industry. So I was just looking for an idea about how can we do the marketing? How do these guys do? How do they hold these events? Why do they have all these clients? And I noticed that every company or every agency has something special that they give to their clients for them to work with them. And for me, I decided, you know what, this is what I will offer to my clients. The first time that we designed the human statue, and we just brought a mirror and we looked at ourselves, and it was like, okay, how are the people going to receive this? You see Kenyans, how they are. You see, they will be like, what is going on here? So it was a bit funny and again entertaining to see yourself, okay, actually we are like, wow, really, in a statue, and it's a statue. Actually, we look like a statue. And the reception was so good because we decided to look for a gig. And actually, it didn't even last long before we get our first gig, because we opened our Instagram page and we posted the pictures that we took first. Not in any event, just in our workshop. So we just posted the pictures, and luckily we got a call. Now the first event was very interesting because even before getting the resources, we didn't knew about the costumes, about the makeup, where to get the makeup. Actually, what we used when we are just trying the idea, it was just a local makeup. We just used and tried to create something just to resemble something that we want. So yes, we used some cash for the event. The client wanted, we had two statues actually. So we had to dress the statue from head to toe according to the client's demands. So we just went to a local shop just around, and we just looked for clothes that can be designed to have the paints and everything. So basically, for us to prepare or that one statue for the first event, I think it was around 3,000 for one statue because we have to get everything from head to toe, and the other guys was also around 3,000. So basically we just used not more than 10,000 shillings, yeah. But it's just because it was our first event, we didn't know what to do more, what not to do less. We just had a statue, you know. And also the transport, we have to come to town and get a car to drive us there, yeah. So it was not that much for a start. I didn't, I mean, like, go far to look for people I can work with. I think the best people, and what I can actually advise young guys out there, they are trying to do something. If you have friends who trust in you, friends who just believe in you, you know, they can listen to you, you can share with them the idea. Don't just go far, just use your friends if you trust them. Because for me, I didn't go to look for people who have done this. I just used a friend. Yeah, and right now we are the people working with. Actually, one of our statues, it's actually even my brother. And these are people we have been with them in the university, and we are still going on so well. So with time we have evolved. We have learned, we have done research, especially on makeups and the costumes that we need, because you know we are applying makeup, direct makeup. It's very sensitive, it's a skin, so you have to now to know, do we have to use just the makeup, or do we have this specific makeup? And we actually saw the statues now from, like I told you, in Germany, and we had to search for the exact makeup, and luckily it's found here, but not just around. You have to order it to come. For you to be a statue, first of all, you have to be physically fit. You see, kwa mtu anakula. You have to, first of all, you have to be breathing well. You see, because when you are standing and not moving, not doing anything, you have to be good in. You have to take so much air in and out, and also the body, yeah. Because there is a statue who want models. I want ladies. I want these ladies look like models. I want a fashionable statue. You can't just bring anyone. And something interesting is that the people who approach to work with us, they are like models, because they think that for us to join the African Living Statues and to be picked to work with us, you have to look like a model. You can imagine standing for like 2 hours. There are people around you taking pictures, asking you questions, asking you, are you getting paid for this? Is this really your work? We can give you a better job. You know, so you have to be patient. You have to know how to control your emotions, because you can't just work with emotions. You see, sometimes we go to clubs, and when we go to clubs, you can imagine the kind of people interact with them. Someone has just come and start, like, you know, anataka kubeba statue ende nayo, and so you have to control yourself. We have done several themes, because themes comes along with the client, what client wants. There is a client will ask you for a white statue. Maybe it's because of the wedding, so we have done a wedding theme. That means we have to bring a white statue. We have done a fashion event, so for you to symbolize the fashion in that event, you have to bring a fashionable statue. We have done an official event where people just get into a room, and it's a corporate meeting for networking. So you have to bring statues that looks like these are bosses. You know, they have to wear suits. They have to be just smart guys, yeah. So those are some of the themes, and many more. So apart from being a statue, And just to say, we are still growing. We are still trying to adapt to what we are doing right now, and we are still expanding and trying to fit in everything. So with time, we want our statues. The people who we started with, they have learned the drill. So basically, these are people who can actually do now the auditions. If we call for auditions for our statues, these are the people who will do the auditions. These are people who will tell you, you cannot be a statue, you can be a statue. I will just be honest, especially for the ladies when they are they are the statues. Some of the guys actually try even to kiss our statues. Yeah, and you'll be there, you'll be like, okay, hey, stop. You know, you see the guy is drunk, and he's very happy to see. He has never seen such kind of a human being. So he's, you know, take me pictures. I want to kani kama unanichum kidogo. You see, yeah. So those are some of the crazy things. And other people actually just try even to carry the statue, to take him or her to the group, where the group is, just for the friends to see. This is something crazy, yeah. So those are some of the things. Another thing that we find very difficult is, you see the clubs. When you're at a club, you can do anything. People are smoking, people are drinking. So again, you find that when the statues are there are guys who are just smoking around, and we just have to tell them, you know what, don't smoke, don't just smoke around the statue. So the guy will later realize, oh, he's a real person. Actually, we allow people to talk to our statues because at the end of the day, we have brought the statue because of the audience. The clients called us because of the guests, or the people coming to the event. So at the end of the day, the statue has to interact with the audience, because some of the people actually even asks the questions. Is this what you do? For how long have you done this? Are you getting paid for this? Is it just a personal thing you're doing, or it's a company? Yeah. So at the end of the day, the guests have to interact with the statue. You know, I love my mom because she is very open. Let me say, she's just like me, very open-minded, very creative actually. And the only thing that she was finding difficult to know is what are they called. And every time she'll be like, but unafanya na wale watu wako, you know. And I could tell her, they are called, Mom, they are called African living statues and events. Oh yes, our statues. So she's very happy, and every time she keep asking me, tomorrow where are you going? Where is the event? And I want to come to one of your events. And luckily, when I was in Naivasha, she attended, and she actually stayed with us until past 12. That is at night. And yeah, she's very encouraging. And actually, just to go back, our first event, my mom was the one who sponsored me for the cash. And she was like, will you refund this money? How are you going to get paid for this? And I told her, Mom, chill. And what I refunded is much more actually to what she gave me. Yeah. And also because our company is, it's a registered company or agency. It's registered. So again, when I was registering the agency, my mom was the one who did that. And I told her, you know what, we want to register now the name, our brand name. And yeah, she was there. I had a very funny challenge in the bank when I was registering now the business, to have an account so that when the clients pay, they just deposit the amount to all the checks to the bank. And the guy who was helping me to register at the bank was like, okay, leave alone the African events. What about the living? What are you registering? You see, it's a very sensitive word. And I was like, you know, these are, if I try to explain to you right now, I don't think you'll understand. Let me just show you the videos. And he was like, so these are the people you are registering to the bank? And I was like, yes. Why? Because they get paid, and for me to pay them, I have to have their account. And actually, even today, that guy still remembers me. And every time when I go there, he's like, you are the guy for the living. Yes, and also for the registering the company, it was not a bit hard because we just did it online. You see, nowadays things are very easy, so we just did it the online. So it was just easy. But for the bank was a was a bit fun and challenging too. For you to hire our statue, first of all, we have to know the number of hours or how many hours we are going to work, because see, this is a person who is coming to stand. So maximum, we do our event for 3 hours, maximum 3 hours. So you have, if you maybe you want to do the event for 9 hours, let me say 9 hours. So you have to pay each 3 hours, each 3 hours, each 3 hours. So roughly it depends. Let me not specify in terms of price, because it depends with the clients that we are working with. We have corporate clients, we have individuals, we have private events. So it also depends with the kind of a statue that you want, because we might maybe hire a statue, let's say 40,000 one statue, but whatever you are asking for me to bring you, it's very costly. You see, like for example, let me just use an example. Like for example, a client will tell me, you know what, I want a statue who looks like an angel, and you know how an angel looks like. She need to have some feathers, some maybe white gauze. You have to have white makeup and everything. So this is costly. So it depends with what the client wants actually. Yeah, and how many days, how many hours. From there we dictate the price now. So insecurities are there, of course, for the brand which is growing and unique and alone in the market. And we are very sure very soon, if not soon, just one time, we'll just wake up and find we have a competitor. And for which competition is good, because competition helps you to grow. It's a healthy competition. If I see someone who is trying to do whatever I'm doing, I'll make my people more better, because we want to own the brand. We want people to know that we apart from this, these are the African living statues and events, and now we have this. Before the client going to the competitor, he or she has to pass through us. And maybe even when you go to an event, you'll be asked, are you the African living statues and events? You see, so that is the insecurity that, but let me say, it's not that insecurity, because competition is good. For me, I believe in competition. I like challenges. I like to be challenged.